59. Earning. Save as much as you can after repayment of your loans and then invest money to increase it. If you earn and increase your money, you will remain in comfort. You should be thoughtful about savings and expenses. You will be distressed if you lose it, and the loss will make you mad. No good quality grows out of money, but from good qualities, money and other necessary materials come. So long money will speak, risk of losing a life will remain there in trade and commerce. So long money can reply, it's meaningless to risk your life. Don't endanger your life to serve some purpose, which can be served by money. People purchase some problem by money, which is more dangerous than poverty. If you have money to lead your worldly life and have a pious life for the life hereafter, then you have nothing to worry. Earn for meeting your livelihood. You should know the disciplined way of spending money. Nobody can expect anything without earning it. Nothing is acquired, so long somebody tries for it. Initiative, efforts and patience are required for earning. You are to acquire something through some particular way. Find out your livelihood through the available ways and means. Firstly, you are to acquire knowledge, and secondly, you are to try hard to earn money. For a professional job, some vocational training is required. You are to learn correct pronunciation and fruitful vocational knowledge. Devote yourself towards education in your boyhood and youth, towards earning in your practical life. He who does not earn and saves money in his youth and does not become pious in time is not honored in the society. He who does not educate himself in his early ages and cannot earn later remains fallen on the ground like a useless arrow without a bow. Remain busy to earn for your family in a legal way. Engage yourself in such a profession which is benevolent for the society. Knowledge, love and softness grow within yourself through a legal way of earning. Begging is better than an illegal way of earning. And begging is worse than prostitution. Any ordinary profession is better than begging. To maintain livelihood by begging proves a man's worst mentality. Nobody could become a rich man by gambling but becomes a bankrupt. Gambling means winning once and being defeated 100 times. So, nobody can win in gambling in the long run. They only win by gambling who make arrangement for the same. Addiction for money is more fatal than wine, woman and reputation. Fascination for reputation, money and power is destructive. Games and entertainments involving money are to be avoided. Take what you get in cash and keep your credit account nil. What is the use of expecting something which is out of your reach? He who leaves a definite gain and runs after an indefinite one, does not gain the indefinite one and at the same time loses the definite one as well. Entertaining functions disturb important and essential functions. When somebody, especially a woman, is having leisurely time and excess money, he or she becomes diverted. A wife who has no financial liberty is just like a maidservant. Money is the root of everything. For want of money, a man cannot flourish his qualities. He who has money is aristocrat, wise, scholar, qualified, celebrity and best. Money can be donated, enjoyed and lost. A proper budget for money as well as time are equally important for a man's life. It is all the same to save money and to utilize time properly. Money safeguards religion, activities, punishment and money itself. Behavior within a family is determined by money. Think about increase of your wealth before doing anything. We should generate employment through socio-economic development. So the beginning should be easy and simple in little extent, later on an affirming disciplined work procedure, have to be extended on a broader circle. Not running and hurrying, awakening the latent vitality of society, making it self-dependent is the main objective. That will develop a standard of lifestyle in society. At the beginning the local socio-economic problems should be identified and the possible solutions are to be found out, and later the energy should be unified gradually. For this knocking door-to-door people's mind is should be won and organizational skill is should be developed. The financial strategy is should be strengthened to turn the opposite force to favor. Instead of spoiling time every time during natural or man-created calamities, the human strength should be applied at its best. In this case everything should be scrutinized carefully and that its efficacy should be made more perfect. Regarding rules, instead of being strictly conservative, one has to be creative with patient curiosity and difference. If the common work can be performed by the local people, through local organization, the waste of state money, labor and time can be resisted. Everyone is conscious about the certificate-based education system and this eligibility in the field of job market, search for job, application for job, request, lobbying, written and verbal examination and deposit, getting a job, job criteria, work time, income and the spandrel of life with the earned money, sustenance of the job, etc. But by applying self-entrepreneurship in socio-economic development of the society, it is possible to create a real situation in the socio-political consciousness, instead of running after the golden deer. Work should started through ensuring the investment for the largest needy entrepreneurs. Men need to devise the way of own income. To find the way of earnings and livelihood, opportunity is to be created. Community-based production, storing, marketing and distribution system are the tools to change the condition of poverty. It is needed to think, which one is better to be as wage earner, laborer or self-earner at one's own eligibility. In this case, all decisions for investment are to be verified out of various options. Resisting the wastage of money and assets, reuse of the same is to be ensured, through marketing the manufactured products. The best way for poverty alleviation is to arrange for a lot of coordinated employment. This is why being self-reliant and self-employed is necessary. The opportunity of coordinated self-employment through suitable organization and determination of principles remove unemployment and poverty. Making investment through increasing the amount of loan in the coordinated employment and by organizing the market of goods, a large joint enterprise is developed. In compulsory production activities, financial capabilities grow up within human cordial environment. It is essential to remain interested to some activities being alive. Such ways should be devised that enables to earn to meet the basic needs. The persons incapable of sufficient income should be employed in social work and thereby their fundamental needs should be meted out. Only earning money is not any attractive matter. It is important to make and be all happy. So we should be self-dependent with employment generating by covered want of food. Intention and unity is needed with integrated endeavor to eradicate poverty totally by identify problems and solution and build a modern community. To become economically solvent, sincerely attempt of all for opportunity means tantamount to be self-dependent. The gender discrimination between men and women is in earning livelihood. If necessary, financial aid is reached through women instead of men, much is saved in family and more betterment is rendered to the society. Male are too much attentive towards their own selves, other hand female inevitably develop their dreams and hopes centering the children. As the female have close relation with children, so the future of the children lies in the hand of women. If the result of economic development is the development of life standard, poverty alleviation, opportunity of suitable employment, and removal of all discrimination, then naturally women should be given priority for paying attention. Economic activities based on own resource develops rapidly. Such decision as how we would like to see ourselves as men is very vital. Small capital is a small tool for economic change. A secure environment will encourage investment and generate employment in rural areas. Successful community management nurtured and flourish potential industries and conducive for the growth of localized industries to develop local economy. It can monitor the microfinance activity and make it truly a means for self-employment. It also can involve women and the poor directly in making decisions on development, social and economic issues. There are, however, concerns about the honesty and efficiency. Development of awareness is the most important aspect of the development of culture. Social security depends on a stable situation in every sphere and section of society. Social security is a basic human right. This has an enormous impact on their lives and on work itself. So, the best way to deal with social safety nets is to have a mainstream growth in the country. Social protection address mainly social issues as a form of long-term, whereas social safety nets can encompass all kinds of social devices to protect people from poverty, unemployment, disease, disaster, etc. The safety net tends to be focused on emergent situations caused by socio-economic crisis or natural disaster. Emergency funds, compensatory funds, employment funds and social investment funds are various types of safety nets. This will depend on the mix of risks, vulnerable groups and institutions within a specific context. Social protection contains 5 components. 1. Labor market policies, programs designed to facilitate labor adjustments and promote the efficient operation of labor markets. 2. Social insurance programs are to reduce the risks associated with unemployment, disability, sickness, maternity, work injury, and old age. 3. Social assistance and welfare service programs to provide a floor for those who have no other means of adequate support. 4. Micro and area-based schemes to reduce the risk to agricultural incomes from crop failure or temporary market disruptions. 5. Address reduction of risk and vulnerability at the community level. Women and child protection. We shall follow discipline, unity, courage and hard work. We shall bring prosperity to our families. We shall plan to keep our families small. We shall minimize our expenditures. We shall look after our health. We shall collectively undertake bigger investments for higher incomes. We shall always be ready to help each other. If anyone is in difficulty, we shall all help him or her. If we come to know of any breach of discipline in any center, we shall all go there and help restore discipline. We shall take part in all social activities collectively. Livestock, fisheries, day labor, household works, begging are the source of livelihood most of the wretched poor. They falls in the shortage of foods during the month of Vadro. Asheen, Kartik and Falgun, Koitra, Boishk. During that time, they are capable of receiving only 45% of necessary foods. To help them, they have none except the near relatives, who are also poor like them from the beginning. During their want they get advice, suggestions, loan, interestless loan, donation, arrangement of work and many more assistance. Money is happiness, wealth, status and everything in the world. Money means happiness, pleasure, enjoyment and a beautiful woman. Money is equivalent to sex. Money is the only supreme power. Earn and save however you can. The stories of acquiring the primary savings and self-control is written with blood and fire in the history of mankind. Try to liberate the modern society from the whole of fundialism, capitalism and imperialism. If a man try to remain honest, he can easily maintain his livelihood by industry or agriculture. Of course, the socio-economic mutation is important for that. Many great civilizations destroyed due to too much disparity between the rich and the poor. In any circumstance, you should continue your earning. As any serious punishment cannot refrain a jobless man to earn even if it is illegible. A suitable profession where there is no conflict is the best. Where there is no money, there is no love. Behind all relations in the society, there is money. If you don't have money, you have no place in the society. Without money, nothing can be done. Without money, a man is like an arrow without a bow. You may have a beautiful wife, healthy child, a shelter, conjugal love, taste and faith in Allah. But due to want of one thing, everything will be spoiled, and that is money. If you don't have money, you won't be evaluated by your beloved wife. If your pocket is empty, your wife will be gloomy, parents dissatisfied, and you will be neglected by your friends. If you don't possess money, your relatives, brothers and sisters, wife and children and friends, nobody will like you, people will not pay respect, and man become hopeless in trouble. You need money at your birth, after your death, and this world is a playfield of money. Having money means being kind, handsome and humorous. And he who is not having, is ugly, irritating, fool and worthless. People are proud of their physical strength, sound health, physical beauty and youth. A powerful and wealthy man is treated as a pious man. If a wealthy man kills saint, even people honors him for the sake of his power and wealth. On the other hand, a poor man is always condemned although he is quite innocent and comes of a respectable family. It is better to lead your life in a jungle full of violent beasts, eating fruits, drinking water, lying on the grass and wearing torn clothing than to lead a poor life among your friends. A rich man is having a large number of friends. A rich man is considered to be a wise man by the society. People salute him who is having wealth, power and the sources of enjoyments. He who is well experienced but no money is having no status in the society. Everybody will call you brother, if you have money. Cash money is like the magic lamp of Aladdin. When money speaks, then truth remains silent. Money can answer to all questions. Where somebody loses money, he loses sense. Whatever he does, goes in vain. You can't think about anything if you don't have money. But if you have money, you can think about everything. Money is the substance of a man's labor and existence. This substance controls a man and man worships it. Everybody follows the same principle in terms of money. A man understands the value of money when he earns himself. Brain is required to earn money and mind is required to spend it. Money can be compared with arms or legs, either use it or it will be inactive and spoiled. Between income and expenditure there should have compatibility. The expenditure always should be less than the income, otherwise earnings would reduce. We look for employment whenever the poverty question comes up, assuming that employment will eradicate poverty. But employment perpetually keeps a person into poverty if the person fails to get surplus in appropriate amount after meeting the basic demands. Living in a slum for the entire lifetime by working in a factory is certainly not the abolition of poverty. But this is called employment. Self-employment is much more beneficial and creative than working as wage laborers. Only a very tiny section of the huge labor force now awaiting employment can get jobs as wage laborers. Millions of people appear in the job market every year, while state-owned and private sector is not strong enough to absorb the huge unemployed people. Wage-based employment will never be able to end poverty of a huge segment of the country's population. Because the wages earned from most wage-based jobs are too meager to make the ends meet. Self-employment instead of wage-based employment are the most effective way for employment. Our ancestors all were earning a living through self-employment. Begins with the firm and the number of workers should be engaged in a firm to produce a certain quantity of goods. The wages should be paid to these workers. Why should I be dependent on the pity of another person? This avenue should be kept open. But employment of these self-employed persons is always at much risk and uncertainty, as market for the commodities they produce is very uncertain. Labor is the main asset of the rural poor. Salaried workers enjoy job security, which is absent in farm labor. Wages differ from region to region depending on soil fertility, communication and development. He who spends more than earns can never be a rich man, and he is never poor who spends less than he earns. The more a man learns, he understands his poverty in knowledge. Money is also like that. The more it will increase, the more a man feels its want. Man has freed himself from the fascination of many things, but nobody could make him free from a thing, and that is money. We can do with many things, but we can't do without money. Money is essential for our survival. Money is needed till we are alive, and our longevity reduces with the reduction of our money. Nowadays, it is not important that who has come from a slum or has grown up in a footpath. It is important who is having money and power, controlling the society. A man's purity can be judged by money. Here nobody can hide his character. A man's character is exactly reflected in such cases. A man can be measured with money. A man's intelligence, sense of justice, conscience and humanity change for the sake of money. He who steals money from somebody also steals his trust on him. A man's honesty, dishonesty and humanity can be measured by money. Many people die long before their actual death due to running after money madly. There are many healthy and cheerful persons who have become lean and thin and gloomy due to running after money. Human beings run after money and power. He who wants money wants everything in the world. He who wants more money wants everything more. Money begets money but cannot bring honor. He is the happiest man who spends money as well as saves it. Nobody takes money to his grave, it is not a part of a soul. Today it is mine, tomorrow it will be of my son, and once it will be of my master. Money, where are you going? To whom who loves me? When will you come back? When there will be separation from him. Money covers a heart. Pour oil on an oiled head, break a wood apple on a rough head. 7 brothers work a loom, everyone looks after his own interest. He is contented who gets a good honorarium. Somebody changes his mentality within no time, so recover your dues from others till he is within your reach. Everybody wants to be self-sufficient, but when somebody is compelled to do a service, he can't enjoy it. It seems that everybody becomes educated for a service. An engine is valued by its horsepower, a motor car by the power of its cylinder, a diamond by its dazzling, and an orderly by his livery. A mature man is measured by the status of his service. It is a very old and much spoken complaint that service makes a man disinterested from physical work, trade and commerce and courage. But it is a matter of great regret that service has made many people spiritless, inspirationless, disunited and windbags with the illusion of a guaranteed income. They are the unemployed middle-class people who have no power of creativity, not capable of physical labor, have become crippled with a false sense of prestige, can't hear anybody in return, and insult their self-respect by flattering and seeking for recommendations like a beggar due to improper education. Husband of a wife and service of a man are equal. Originally unemployed and an unemployed after losing his service can be compared with a maiden and a widow, both of them are not having husbands. But the difference is understood by God only. A man becomes too much helpless when he is jobless. At that time, he is neither a man nor a woman. Nobody wants to recognize him as a man, both indoor and outdoor. When a service holder loses his job, he loses the support of his livelihood. His dreams end, hopes faded. A man is measured by the figure of his bank balance, and a woman is measured by his physical structure. Men are scattered all over home and abroad. They are involved of earning struggle as increasing the wants. Properties and assets are the source of income of the inventors. Low and middle class people work in lieu of money, and the elites get their work done in lieu of money. Knowledge is the actual power, it is necessary to protect and increase money. Power means to get works done by money instead of working for money. When you work for money, you hand over all your powers to your master. And when you work for yourself, you keep your power under your control. Salary of a laborer is the only source of his income. Their livelihood is fully dependent on their masters. When people are screened out from an industrial or commercial organization, the concerned families fall victim of unemployment and poverty. There are many reasons for downsizing of an industrial or commercial organization. But raising of profit is the most important of all the reasons. In this process, the employees lose and the owners or the investors gains. All workers work hard so that they don't lose their jobs. And the proprietors pay as much salary to the workers so that they don't leave their jobs. One should be specialist in a particular profession, earning money and promotion. He should also have general knowledge about other things. Young people should search a job to learn something without giving much emphasis on the amount of remuneration. One should think over in which trade he wants to be efficient before selecting a profession. A man's life rotates around his income. Most of the people forget to attend to their own job or business. They spend most of the time of their lives in working for others and in making them rich. In their old ages, nothing is left for themselves. If you want to be financially secured, you should attend to your own job or business. A business rotates around the assets of its owner. Poor and middle-class people are disinterested to business as they have no strong financial support. It is better to plan trade and commerce and to create new scopes of trade and service than to learn how to write an application nicely for getting a service. It is better to invest one's own money and engage his brain and to be a proprietor himself and to employ intelligent people over there than to be a good employee under the proprietorship of somebody else. Financial pressure compels a man to search for a way of earning. This pressure becomes an inspiration. This pressure compels a man to work hard. It makes him more intelligent and active. Most of the people become slaves of others in lieu of money. They remain careful about money out of fear. They are afraid of losing money or service or the means of maintaining their minimum expenses. This is the difference between learning a business or any other profession. All of us are workers in our life, but the difference is that we work in different classes. Thus life has made a trap for us. This trap is made of fear, aspirations and emotions. The main causes of poverty and financial struggles are fear, hopes and ignorance. Human beings are trapped not by economic systems, governments or the elites, but people trapped by the ignorance adopted by themselves. Man's life is a struggle between ignorance and knowledge. When a man stops searching knowledge and information about himself, he starts ignorance for him. It is a cruelty not to search for your dreams and to spend your life with panic. Please don't allow money to control your life. Every morning a man gets up with the financial anxieties and spends the whole night sleeplessly with tensions. To get up with anxieties regarding service, business or wealth is a rubbish matter. Again, to work too hard with the idea that everything can be purchased by money is also as cruelty to oneself. All these are the cruel traps of the life. Don't allow your lives to be such, because ignorance about money is the reason of so much greed and anxiety. Man works out of two emotions, those are fear and greed. In this way a man passes whole of his life by working. Psychologists call it rat race. Firstly, we are compelled to work out of poverty, then we are inspired for working. And when we get money we become greedy, then we feel desire for purchasing different things in lieu of money to meet our wants. This is called the rat race of human life. Those who lack patience become victims of the self-disciplined men. Spend less, don't borrow a large amount of money. It is not wise to be trapped within rat race. Some people don't think over this fear and greed but keep on showing reactions. They react out of emotion but don't use their brains. Our life is more reflected by our habits than our education. Money controls a man's emotion and soul. Desire for a better thing, for a more interesting thing or for a more exciting thing is natural. It is also called greed. People works to earn money to fulfill these demands. They desire for money and pleasure. They think that they can purchase pleasure. But they don't know that the pleasure purchased by money is very temporary. Fear acts among people of all classes or professions. Somebody is afraid of being poor and somebody of losing money. This is the part of the weak soul of a man. Many people become nervous patient due to these reasons. Emotion of fear and greed will always remain. Use these emotions according to your need and convenience, you will be happy. The picture of our life is mostly like that. Money is like a carrot hung before the nose of an ass which can never touch it but runs throughout his life to catch it. Greed, desires, fear and ignorance are like the carrot of the old tale, but only the appearance of the carrot is changed day by day. Money is an illusion like the carrot hung before the nose of a donkey. Due to the false belief and ignorance of the people, this kind of paper house is standing. Money will not money if it loses the gold reserve against it, it will then become simply ordinary papers. During your youth, run through the world, collect gems and save it at your home, so that you can spend your old age happily. During youth, spend half of your income and save the other half. Saving in young age becomes a support in old age. We have very less opportunity for earning money, as such we are so much interested for savings, because we are afraid of our future financial security. As money begets money, likely as success begets another success. It low-mindedness to consider education as a means of earning money. Human bodies are the medias of austerity for earning livelihood and schools are the medias of forming our characters. Ways of earning money and taking education are to the opposite directions. Acquiring knowledge and studies are not meant for getting a job. A national wants can't be met by the income of jobs. One is to save money in youth, making a good use of his own power and self-confidence. We are to find out the way to our financial prosperity, remaining free and independent. At the first stage of your life, keep on working like a laborer, leaving the senses of prestige, insulation, and without bothering any criticism. Deserve at first, then enjoyment will come automatically. The incomes of employees, businessmen and investors are called earned income, an active income and portfolio income. You should convert your earned income into an inactive or a portfolio income as soon as possible. In this way, you can earn money by money. It gives a man financial liberty. If you know the higher trading techniques of technological investment, such as short selling, call options, put options, strudel, etc., you can make benefit even when loss is most probable. You can decrease risk. You should take steps carefully, avoiding the financial risks. You should earn money using your imagination and intelligence. You should know what kind of job you are to undertake, how to save your income, and how to protect it. This is the key to wealth. If somebody is having the common sense of earning money, is efficient in some profession, and physically and mentally capable, he need not be afraid of being a bankrupt, because it is a very temporary situation for him, but his poverty is permanent who is poor in all respect. Money is a source of power and self-dependence. Money comes and goes to everybody's hand. But one can dominate over money and can be a rich man if he knows how money works and how to get something done by money. Then he can guide himself to the right path even in the ever-increasing and ever-changing indefinite situations. Keep on working, use your brains, you will find such a thing which others never see. They don't see the opportunities which are just in front of them. If you follow these principles, soon your senses will show you the way to earn abundant of money. Once you can find out an opportunity, it will become more clear to you gradually. After earning money, you are also to learn how to make the best use of money. During monetary transactions, you are to be careful about revenue expense and capital expense. You should also be careful about repayment of your loans from your income. The most important factor in this regard is cash flow. You should judiciously take decision for how long and under how much security your money will flow. The main cause of struggle for money is the different ways of spending money varied from person to person. Earning abundant of money can't solve one's financial crisis. But intelligence and judiciousness are also required with it. Money does not solve any problem. Intelligence solves a problem and produces money. On application of financial intelligence, money is earned within a short time. It is not important how much money you have earned in your life. How much you have increased your savings and investments, that is important. If you spend all of your income, or if you have such tendency, your expenditure will increase with the increase of your income. Professional efficiency increases our income. Efficiency and specialization generally don't transfer from one profession to another. Sales technique and knowledge about the market is the most important factor and is a special efficiency. In this regard, capability for maintaining public relation is also required. Compromise skill like capacity for making an effective public relation is also the key to success. The more your capability will increase for maintaining an effective public relations, bargaining or facing the situations of refusals, the more your life will be comfortable. Capability of making an effective public relations brings success. A pious and a well-reputed man does not face any difficulty in earning money. Without regular income, a man becomes dependent on others. Dependence on others makes a man religiously loose, intellectually weak and shameless. Financial solvency strengthens one's faith in Allah, make him mentally broad. When somebody seeks a job on the basis of his experience and choice, he becomes successful. To get a good job is a matter of luck, but luck cannot save the job. An efficient man need not worry for acquiring a job or should be afraid of losing it. He who catches fish once, catches it again and again.